Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well as well as teach well. And also peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And the title of this video is going to be, It's Time for the Lord to Work. Alright, plain and simple. It's when you look out into this world right now, when you look at the people, the direction that Edom is going with his agenda and his elites, okay, with AI and war and getting ready to take away people's rights and the rights of free speech and whatnot, bring on the famine of the word, okay, and ultimately push his digital system. All right, the wickedness of Esau, Edom, right, and overall the wickedness of people in general. How rebellious people are. Okay, how presumptuous people are. How people in the world in general just have no fear of the Lord, no boundaries, no limits. Okay, to their wickedness. All right, and even amongst Israel. Okay, even amongst these different Israelite camps, these camps have no chill to their wickedness. You still got these various camps going completely off when it comes to prophecy and the scriptures, and then you had some of your brothers and sisters might have recently seen videos by elder brothers amongst GMS responding to this particular Israelite camp that calls himself ROI, where they basically did a short video, a 6-minute video, showing themselves to be celebrating what they deemed, so-called Yahushua Day, where they basically took this the day of so-called Thanksgiving, all right, Thanksgiving, which is a so-called holiday created by Esau, Edom, to commemorate slaughtering our brothers amongst the northern tribes, particularly of Gad and Reuben. All right, so-called Thanksgiving. Well, now you had this camp, ROI, okay, Israelite camp, which can possibly be agents. All right, taking that day and creating it into what they call a day, the Yahushua Day, where they basically celebrate Yahushua, okay, with their wicked mindsets. And when you watch that video, they were cooking up pork, okay, marinating it in Coca-Cola for 2 days, all right, singing over it, boasting over it, all right, all while claiming to be dedicating a so-called high holy day, a false holiday that they created out of their own mindsets, all right, dedicated to Yahushua, but meanwhile going completely against the laws, all right, the dietary laws, and eating swine openly, all right, and that's just one instance of the wickedness going on even amongst Israel, all right, but at this point, looking at what 2024 could possibly have in store, all right, because if you've been looking at the news, you have over there in China, some type of new, a disease is spreading over there in China, where now they're saying that their hospitals are there's an uptick in their hospitals over there in China over this new so-called disease, okay, pneumonia spreading amongst children out there in China and whatnot, all right, and it's basically looking like 2020, all right, late 2019 going into 2020 all over again, all right, it's looking like there's getting ready to be another demic in the year 2024, and Lord willing, okay, Lord willing, the Lord allows these heathen, okay, to issue something going into 2024 that's going to bring back shutdowns again, okay, so that Esau Edom can speed up with this NWO agenda so that the Lord can speed up our deliverance. You see? But all in all, the things that we see going on in the world as of late 2023 going into 2024 shows us that now, it's pretty much at the point to where now it's time for the Lord to work, and it's a spirit that if you've been watching the apostles and various elder brothers of GMS over the past few days and whatnot, the past week or so, brothers and the apostles have been speaking about the flood again, through the spirit, going into the flood, going into the things that were going on during the time of Noah, okay, where it was just continual rebellion and evils and violence going on in the earth during the time of Noah. All right. And those same things are going on right now in this time. Okay. As Yahushua even said in the Gospels, that the days leading up to his second coming will be as in the days of Noah all over again. Eating, drinking, marrying, being given into marriage. Okay. And so, we're in the days of Noah all over again. So therefore, all we're seeing throughout the earth is all types of, with the Akim and Dallas coin, flood-like behavior. Okay, idol worship, disorder in marriages, alphabet agenda, violence. Okay, Jake mingling and mixing with the heathen nations and taking on those customs. The sons of Cain, all right, which today are Esau, Edom, the biblical Edomites, being at the forefront of all this wickedness and flood-like behavior going on in the earth. All right, we're in those times all over again. So now the Lord is getting ready to bring a second death, which is going to come by way of fire. All right, nuclear fire, as well as a fire from the chariots. Just as the Lord brought the first death, which was the flood. All right, and that flood, not only did it act as a destroying agent for the wicked that were on the earth during the time of Noah, but water, as we know in the scriptures, also is a cleansing agent. Okay, water is also a cleansing agent or a purifying agent. And guess what? Likewise, fire. Fire is also a destroying agent used by the Lord to bring particular judgments. Okay, but fire can also be used as a cleansing agent. All right, a purifying agent. You can use fire to purify gold and silver. All right, and you also use fire, all right, to offer up sacrifices. So that flood pretty much cleansed the earth of all the wickedness that was going on during the time of Noah. All right, and even before Noah. Okay, and this time the Lord is getting ready to bring fire upon the earth. And fire is also going to act as a cleansing agent to clean up all the wickedness in the earth in these latter days. All right, it's going to burn up all of these pseudoscience and wicked inventions by these heathen nations. It's going to burn up all these chemtrails that's in the air. It's going to burn up the pollutions that's all in the earth and in the waters and whatnot. And not to mention, the Lord's going to use fire to cleanse the Holy Land. Because just like Babylon the Great, the Holy Land, okay, Babylon the Great being America, that is, the United States, the Holy Land, the land of Israel, is also going to get nuked and burned with fire, okay, for the purpose of it being cleansed, so that we, as the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, are going to return back to that land through Yahushua. All right, and that land is going to be built up. Okay, but this is Psalms 119, verse 126. This is King David speaking right here. He says, "It is time for thee, Lord Yahweh, all caps, by Hashem Yahushai, to work, for they have made void thy law." All right, NLT. Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, it is time for you to act. For these evil people have violated your instructions. Yeah, people throughout the earth. All right, starting with Esau, Edom, of course, and these heathen nations, these average everyday people walking around, and not to mention the 2/3 of our people. All right, pretty much any and everybody that is not of the elect of the nation of Israel in these latter days have made void of Yahweh Shemashai's laws and instructions. Okay, just doing all our rebellion, wickedness, idol worship, adultery, violence. Okay, enchantments. All right, eating unclean foods and practicing unclean sexual practices. All right, just doing all manner of wickedness in these latter days. People have gone completely left. You know, and it's all being spearheaded by none other than Esau Edom, the man of sin himself, who will be in the earth in these latter days, in his blessing, in his rulership, through the revival of this fourth beast system, America, NATO, and the EU, doing the works of Satan. All right, the bidding of Satan. Okay, pursuant to Second Thessalonians, the second chapter. With all lying wonders. Okay, pseudoscience, pseudo technology, which Esau's AI, and Esau's going to use all of this science and technology to bring forth the pseudo salvation to the earth. Because in the midst of all this chaos, all right, that Esau is promoting through in the earth, through the instruction of the Heavenly Father, of course, through Esau promoting all of this chaos and wickedness and rebellion and destruction in the earth, Esau is going to ultimately attempt to bring forth a left-hand order in the midst of all this chaos. And he's going to do that through his technology. All right, AI, digital IDs and whatnot. And ultimately, it's all going to lead to the charagma, the Revelation 13 and 16. Okay? So, all of this rebellion is being spearheaded by none other than Esau Edom, the man of sin himself, the border of wickedness. Okay? The son of perdition. Alright? And so, the Lord has allowed Esau Edom to bring the world to the point to where it's at right now. And now the Lord is getting ready to do mighty works throughout the earth. Okay? And which is judgment, bring serious judgment. Alright? This is real quick, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 38. As when a woman with child, I'm going to start at 37. 2nd Ezra 16 and 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Okay, and what are the plagues that the Lord is drawing nigh upon the earth? Let's go up in this chapter to verse 19. 2nd Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. You see that? Famine, plague, tribulation, anguish. Alright? The sword and its destruction, violence, sedition, uprising, all these things, just to name a few. Okay? All these things the Lord's getting ready to bring upon the earth. Alright, at an even higher scale. Because, right now we see these things on the earth already. In smaller scales, here and there. You see, every time you wake up and you look on the news, all right, one person getting offed, another person getting, judged, horrific judgment, or, one family, maybe a family of 3, family of 4, family of 5, getting judged in some form of a horrific, a judgment. Okay, but now, we're at the point to where, all right, as we're going to 2024, the Lord's getting ready to turn instances like that to dozens and hundreds and even thousands. Dozens and hundreds of people just getting offed in one day. Some mass shooting or whatever, mass explosion. And even thousands of people getting offed in one day. Shootings, explosions, and whatnot. Building collapses. Okay, or some disease being spread throughout society. Hey, the Lord, man, is getting ready to bring some serious plagues upon the earth. All right, plagues that damn near had never been seen before. All right, But it says, back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 37 again, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains, compassing wounds, which pains when the child cometh, they slack not a moment. Yeah, so basically these plagues that the Lord is getting ready to bring upon the earth is likened unto a woman, pregnant in her ninth month, getting ready to deliver a child, getting ready to give birth to a child in the earth. And when you look at a woman, when she's giving birth to a baby, it's a painful, intense moment. It's painful for the woman. It's intense because that baby is coming out, crying and screaming and, red all over the face. But guess what? That's all symbolic of how the Lord is going to bring these plagues. The famine, the pestilence, the plague, the great death and great destruction. All right, the famine that He's getting ready to bring upon the earth is going to be painful and intense for these people of the earth. All right, because all these things are getting ready to be brought upon the wicked. It says, verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. True. Hey, so the Lord is getting ready to make this whole entire earth mourn. The world shall mourn. All these proud ass people that's, comfortable in their rebellion. They're comfortable in their abundance of resources and food that they have access to. All of this comfort and luxuries and pleasures have led to people being dead set on their rebellion. Their minds fixated on just constant lewdness, perverseness, rebellion, and wickedness. And so guess what? Now the Lord's getting ready to make this world mourn. These wicked, proud ass people of the world, these women, the 2/3 of our people that don't want to repent. And hell, even though those of our people that know that they're Israelites, they're going to mourn too. All right, because they're going to fall victim to these plagues that the Lord's getting ready to bring. And it said, the latter part of 39 again, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So no matter where you go on the earth, it's going to be all hell breaking loose. It's going to be famine, violence, okay? Men invading other men's houses and spoiling their goods, for tribulation and lack of bread. It's going to be all types of divisions. It's going to be all types of sedition and insurrection. Okay, it's going to be all types of persecutions, especially against those that fear the Lord, as it goes into later on in this chapter, 2nd Ezra 16. And ultimately, it's going to lead to the Lord, sending down divine intervention for His elect. Because even those of us that's of the hopeful elect, we're going to be in some crazy situations when all hell breaks loose. Because as a matter of fact, just to go back up in this chapter, all right, as the prophet Ezra was seeing all these end time things, these end time visions, what did he say? 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So even Ezra, okay, a beloved prophet of the Lord, even when Ezra was seeing the visions of all these things that's getting ready to come in these end times, even he was like, damn, who's going to deliver me in the midst of all of these crazy situations? Woe is me. Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. So there's getting ready to be great mournings and great death upon the earth on every side. You see, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils come? Hey, so things are getting ready to get bad on the earth. All right. All of this rebellion is going to, in the earth is going to have a kickback coming to it from the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai. Okay, as judgments, all right, for all this chaos. You know, so much kickback to where even Ezra's, our beloved poor forefather and prophet, is even, even he's like, looking at these things in visions, like, damn, shit is getting ready to get crazy. Shit's gonna be crazy in the end time. Who's gonna deliver me in the midst of all of these things? You know, but we know that it's ultimately Yahweh Shema Shai that's going to deliver us and keep us steadfast when all these things come to pass. The Lord's gonna lift up a standard for us. He's gonna have the holy angels protecting us. The archangel Michael. Okay, and even the Lord's gonna use some of these people in the world to be a shield for us. Because when these devils come down with great wrath and persecute the elect, the men of the Lord, okay, the Lord's gonna use like a lot of these Edomite Christians and these two-time loser Edomites, these middle class working Edomites. These devils are gonna have a hard time getting to us because they're gonna have to go through the lower class of their people just to get to us, and that alone is going to be the Lord's going to could use that as a standard to protect His elect. All right. So but nonetheless, the Lord's getting ready to do work on this earth, man. Because it's almost over at this point. This we're at the end. You know, it. Hey, it's time for the Lord to work, man. These days are being shortened up fast. More and more and faster and faster. Days are going by faster and faster. Weeks are going by faster and faster. Months. Okay, this year 2023 went by fast, and 2024 is gonna go by even faster. It's over for this place. It's over for Esau, Edom, and his blessing. It's over for Amalek. It's over for the rest of these heathen nations. It's over for the 2/3. All right, and now it's just time for the Lord to get busy at this point. And bring judgment, so that righteousness can spring forth by way of Yahweh Shai and the holy angels coming back, delivering the elect and establishing the kingdom. You see? So let me get one more and close it out. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Yeah, and that's this generation. Okay, this day and age. All right, this society is going to go out horribly. All right, by way of fire. Matter of fact, I may be thinking one more precept. Second Ezra 7 verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. All right, what is that day of doom? The nuclear, all right, World War III. The nuclear destruction is going to come out of World War III. And not to mention Yahweh Shai and the holy angels coming back in the chariots and bringing a fire of their own, which is going to bring a destruction from the heavens. Okay, the day of doom is going to be the end of this time, the end of this generation, the end of Esau's world. You see, and the beginning of the immortality for it to come. And who is the immortality going to come to? The Israelites, starting with the elect. Okay, the 1/3 of our nation. Lord will not be of that number, wherein corruption is past. All right, yeah, because just like it was in the time of Noah, corruption was able to flourish in the earth, rebellion. Well, guess what? We're living in corruption right now all over again. But hey, truth is sprung up. All right, truth is sprung up. Corruption is being overcome through the Holy Spirit. All right, and as Esau's world is being brought down, our world, all right, the world of Jacob, starting with the elect through the through the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, is being risen back up. Okay, this time for good. All right, but nonetheless, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim El Shai, Ma'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as teach well. And also peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.